We are back at Teamsport Leeds for the second running of the Uno format. Does that make it DOS? Anyway, if you watched the video from last time, you'll know it didn't particularly go very well for me. I did it against you here, so time for my second pit stop. Oh no! Well, if I had any other positions to do, Mark.
4 seconds, the Centura comes to a halt. Kurt Luby bodily removed from the car, and
I'm wanting a really fast driver swap, so Mark, getting out of the car, he's got one foot stuck. The cart's still going, the cart wants to go racing. I want to go racing. I put my foot on the brake. He's got his foot stuck in it though. The cart's still moving, trying to stop the cart. His foot's stuck, gets the foot out. Get out the way, Mark. Time to get back into the race. Give him a thumbs up. All good. So this time I am keen to get a better run of it. I'm going to be using Ben in front for the slipstream. He just took the Joker lap, which is one of the penalties that you can get today at Joker. Using him to try and drag myself up through to get a better time. I also took a Joker lap just to test it and smashed that cone out of the way. Sorry, Matthew. So that has given me P4. Lights go out, a little bit different times. I react to maybe one that Ellis didn't, and that's how I get a good start. And up the inside, take the position into P3. Stop the race now, please. But especially because I know that this kart is not very good. That's because quite a few people have told me before getting into this car that it is bad. So, great news. I'm hoping that I can get swap your kart when I come in. If you've not done the Uno event before, it's a little bit like Uno in that you go up to the pits, you pull a card. If it's a green number card, that amount of seconds gets taken off your lap. If it's a red number card, that amount of seconds gets added on. There is also penalties to do the Joker lap, which is what Ben did. There's cones at turn 7 and down here at turn 3. There is a kart swap where either you or somebody else has to swap their kart. The staff member can get in, so we've got Mark again. Fingers crossed I don't have Mark jump in my kart. And I'm hoping that by the time the pit stops come around that I'm gonna get the kart swap, because this one already, look at that amount of time that I've lost. It's halfway through lap 2 and I'm seconds away from Hamid and Ben in front. But, you know, we will fight. Anyway, coming through the final corner, I look around, I know Joel is there. I look around, I think I've blocked enough, not quite though, so Joel up the inside, gives me one kart's width, very good racing from Joel. Joel goes through, that allows Ellis to come through. That slows me down into the wall, so I look around. Adam is there. One kart's width, luckily for Adam, so thankfully I've not put him in the wall by not knowing he's there. I go for a cutback on the turn 6. Not happening though. Adam has a huge old lean there. Really trying to put all the grip on the outside tyres. Looks around. I'm not going to be able to keep up with you, Adam, especially if you're doing the old human DRS that you love to do on the straights. Coming through the final corners. I'm not too far away from him, but look at this. He is gone. I've lost a good few seconds just in a straight line, so it is going to be a good long race if that is anything to go by. But, you know, qualifying P4, that means that I'm the 4th one to come in and do my pit stop. That could help. Anyway, jumping forwards, lap 7, a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact. I'm in the wall a little bit, I've lost a place. Put my hand up, sorry, maybe I squeezed him a bit there, sorry mate, that might have been my fault. Coming down under the bridge, I've not lost a position to the guy who was in the inside, no idea who that was. Coming through the last corners, he goes a bit deep there, I go for a cutback. Trying to get on the inside, but just no drive out of this thing. So as we go up the straight, he pulls clear, pulls a few kart lengths clear, then goes too deep into the first corner, which puts me back on his bumper. Jumping forwards now, end of lap 8. Again, he's going a little bit wide, so I go for a big lunge on the last corner, manage to get it. But he just pulls like a steam train all the way around the outside and then accidentally takes a bit too much speed into the first corner, so that puts me alongside. We go side by side into the chicane. I maybe get into it and then I spin him out and I get spun round, and we've both lost loads of places. So, going back, a bit too much speed into the first corner. At this point, I'm pretty quite alongside, so I think that's, you know, fair. Here though, I maybe could have got out of it here, but I was expecting a little bit more room. He comes across, there's a bit of my front in there, I accidentally spin him around, sorry mate. And then as we come through here, I get hit from behind, spun around, and everyone goes through. So, cool. I've been in that wall before. I will be in it again. Here, bit of contact in front, I slow down. I'm a little bit in front, go into the here. So, I'm not a stranger to that wall. Maybe it's a me thing. I could have maybe got out of it, so... you know, let me know what you think in the comments. If it was me, if it was a racing incident, what it was. I let him back through the next lap anyway. So jumping forward, we're on lap 12 now. Again, he goes a little bit deep. If you just brake a bit sooner, you might do better. I managed to get through there, so get the place back. We are fighting at the back of the field now because everybody else was able to just sort of drive off. And I'm hoping, like I said, that I can get a kart swap as my penalty, because that will mean that I don't have to actually swap it as well. There we go, that was the flag. Luke also gave me the flag, so fingers crossed we're going to get the kart swap. Please don't make me get any more penalties. I'm swapping either way, but you know, if it can save me time, perfect. Up into the pit. It's plus 7 seconds. Great. I ask if I can swap anyway because that was always the plan. But now I've just got another 7 seconds added. Lovely, fantastic. Getting in the car, sassily flip those pedals over. And this car, not been used all night, so it is stone cold. I've clearly not realised that though, clearly been a bit silly and come in and nearly drive into the wall because it's a cold car, cold tyres, and then I'm just giving it some up to the pits. So here, trying to wiggle the tyres around to try and generate any temperature I can before I end up in the wall again. Jumping forwards, I'm getting lapped. Great, always love it when you get lapped. Let Adam and Joel through, get the thumbs up. Thanks from both of them. Cheers guys. And lap 19 now. I've not fallen off the back of them, so that's good news. Adam goes through the inside, gets past Joel. Mark, he's out. He's not out for me, but he's out for someone, so good to see Mark out again, having fun. Also good to see that he's not driving for me, thank you very much. Sorry Mark. But after all of this and all the positions and everything else, I'm finally catching up to the back of Sam. So this is a move for position. Can we get past? Ah, Sam just lets us through. But it's a move for position. Give him a thumbs up. There we go. We have made our way back up through the field into P12 of, I think, 14. So, jumping forwards again. Lap 38. Catching up quite a lot to the back of this driver. I don't think she's very experienced here. But, you know, we're going to try and make up another place. Coming through turn 5. She goes a little bit wide. Takes a little bit of an aggressive line through there, which slows her right the way down. That puts us right on her bumper. Can we find a way past? She goes very defensive into here, a very aggressive line. That always scared me how much rotation into the first part of there she was getting. Coming through the last corner, she goes a little bit wide, but not too bad. We're going to jump forwards and the lights are going to go yellow, so she keeps her foot in a bit. I try to keep up, also don't want to. Hamid, he was for position. He gets out in front of me and behind her. So if I'd kept my foot in, I might have been able to keep the position and not lose one to Hamid. Eventually, ultimately, I didn't go for the racing speed under yellows, and that has left me behind Hamid, just how it goes. But I want to try and see how we can race, because Hamid is definitely a fearsome competitor. And as we get to lap 41, I'm on the back of him, catch up through the first corner, and I get the black flag again. So it's not really much room for racing Hamid, but you know, we're going to keep up with him, see what we can do before we come in for another pit stop at the end of this lap. Luke's given me the flag as well. Cool. Hamid in the slipstream of the girl in front. I'm on the back of Hamid, coming up through the underpass into the second to last corner. I've kept up with him, I'm on his bumper, I'll take it. It's not an overtake, but What can you do? In we come. Now, this is the second one. This is important. What can we get?
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
Survive means die.
Yes, it is -9 seconds. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Absolutely leather it out of the pit. Maybe that was a bit fast, but I've actually got a good card. Arguably, definitely the best card you could have got. So, my luck is changing. Yes, thank you, everything. So, jumping forwards now. Lap 49. We've caught up to Josh in front. He goes into the wall, loses his head a bit. We're going to catch up to him through the chicane. I've been catching him up quite a lot in the last several laps, so I know that I'm faster, but I need to find a way through. Murray Walker, it's one thing to catch, it's another thing to pass. So, looking around, he's going a little bit defensive and a little bit aggressive into the first part of the underpass. I look to the inside, just try and get in his eye line, maybe try and put him off a bit. Either way, get a good exit, we're on his bumper, and as we get onto the straight, he is just going to pull away a little bit. Not much you can do about that. Always a bit tricky when someone has more straight line than you, because you just can't do anything to scare them in the braking zones, and that's the best place to try and overtake. So he looks around, I go to the inside. I'm not going to go for it, I'm going to see if he goes wide or gives me space. He kind of does, also doesn't. Brakes on the apex of 6, good move. Nothing you can do about that. Jumping forward, it's like 41. Again, he's ducking a bit. He's losing a bit of time here, so maybe there's a move I can try around the end of the lap. Guessing through the last corner. And there we go. This is what I was facing. So I was behind Josh for a while. Josh is good. I know he does sim racing as well, so he's definitely aware of what to do with racing. He's putting his cart in the right places. I'm struggling to get past, so fair play, Josh. Coming through, lap 52. Race is definitely going to be ticking down now. He goes defensive through there again, so that gives me a good run. I follow him through. He takes a little bit less speed through there. I look at the last corner, don't go for the dive, but I'm going to use that. Wave him forwards, let's go fight people. Use that to try and launch an attack at that point, because I know that I can get a good run through under the underpass and into that last corner. So we're jumping forwards, we're on lap 57. There's the battle in front, that's where I want to get up to. Josh is also the one that had Mark in his cars, I think, so he's probably going to be wanting to make up a lot of time, try and make up for that, having Mark in it. Through the underpass, he gets a little bit squirrely. I follow him through, he checks up a little bit, so I just take a bit more speed in, go for a big old lunge again. Look around, he's still there, so I tap my helmet, point forwards, let's go get them. Lap 58. There they were on the right, and 5 laps later, by lap 63, we have actually caught them up. Thankfully, they were doing a lot of fighting, and I think I got a 40.4 en route to catching them up, so not too bad for a heavyweight at least. The two guys in front having a big old fight. They go side by side through 5. The guy with the Mortal Kombat suit looks at the cutback, doesn't happen, but that puts me right on his bumper. So, coming through, this is the last lap. I can see him waving the flag over at the last corner, and looking through, he's going to go, he goes for a move on the outside, I go up the inside, get the position on the last corner, look around, just in front, and where is that going to put us after everyone's time penalties? Cool. Great. 9th place. But it was a fun night. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. Let me know what you think. See you on track for the next one. Cheers.